If you're a landowner thinking about hosting a solar farm, one of the biggest questions is this: what actually happens during construction? From the outside, solar farms can look complex. Rows of panels, electrical equipment, grid connections. It does sound like a lot. But once construction starts, the process is structured, predictable, and far less disruptive than most people expect. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly how a solar farm is built, how long it usually takes, and what the real impact is on your land. At its core, a solar farm is made up of ground-mounted photovoltaic panels spread across open land. As a rough guide, you'll usually need around 25 acres for every 5 megawatts of capacity. The panels convert sunlight into electricity using photovoltaic cells, typically made from silicon. Alongside the panels are steel-mounted frames, torque tubes, inverters that convert power into a usable form, and underground cabling that connects everything together. As a landowner, you'll have very little involvement with the installation, but understanding the basic components can help you feel more informed as the project progresses. Long before any machinery arrives, developers carry out desktop studies to assess sunlight levels, land shade, weather patterns, grid proximity, and potential energy output. If the site stacks up, the developer will secure the land under an option agreement and will begin applying for various permits, including a grid connection agreement. At this stage, your involvement as a landowner is minimal and usually limited to granting access for surveys to take place. Once planning is underway, a detailed survey will be carried out to define where the panels will sit and to find out how the land slopes. Now, orientation is critical for output, and developers assess shading, terrain, and latitude to finalize the layout for maximum efficiency. This gives them a basic idea of topography, sunlight levels, weather patterns, and the potential energy output before they invest significant funds into the project. Once locations for the steel beams have been laid out, the developer will start assembling the solar mounts in rows and clearing the land. Now, steel posts are then driven into the ground using pile-driving machinery. This is usually the noisiest and most disruptive part of the build, but it's temporary and limited to specific areas. Torque tubes are then installed on the top to create the structure that holds the panels. Panels are then mounted row by row, and some sites use tracking systems to allow panels to follow the sun throughout the day. Not every project uses trackers, so it's worth checking what your developer's plans are for your site. Once the panels are installed, the solar farm really starts to take shape. After the panels are in place, electricians can then wire them together into strings. The electricity flows as direct current into inverters, which convert it into alternating current suitable for the grid. Power is then routed to a substation and stepped up through transformers before being exported to the national grid. Before the site goes live, technicians carry out extensive quality checks. A solar farm contains thousands of electrical connections, all of which must meet strict standards. Once communication systems and monitoring software are tested and approved, the project is handed over to the site operator. However, without a grid connection, a solar farm cannot earn revenue. Because grid connection in the UK can take years, developers usually apply very early in the project. And sites with existing or nearby grid connections are particularly attractive and can progress much faster. For a typical solar farm between 2 and 5 megawatts, construction itself usually takes around 8 to 14 months once everything is ready. The biggest variable is grid connection timing, which can extend the overall project timeline. To keep yourself up to date with the construction process, it's always worth contacting your developer. They'll have the most up-to-date, detailed information that should help put your mind at ease. Access restrictions and construction zones are agreed in advance through the option and lease agreements. Once operational, Maintenance is light and handled entirely by the site operator. And before construction even begins, you should already have a clear understanding of how the project will fit into your land. From a landowner's perspective, building a solar farm is far more predictable than it sounds. The busiest stages are short-lived. Disruption is localized, and once construction is complete, the site runs quietly in the background. With the right agreements in place, a solar farm can deliver long-term income with very little ongoing involvement from you. If you're thinking about building a solar farm or just curious about your land's potential, check out our solar farm planning permission checker in the link below. It's quick, simple, and could be the first step towards your own solar farm project. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please hit like, subscribe, and share this video with other landowners who might be asking the same questions as you.